live Facebook Live event. I am so happy to see you all, because all we have is each other during this time, right? So as I say, our community is our greatest strength, and part of this is us here helping you. So people who don't know me, I'm Kelly Waltzell. I'm the CEO and founder and owner of Beyond Indigo Pets. So I love seeing all of your faces today, reaching from my home to yours. If you don't know about Beyond Indigo, if you're new here, we have been in business for 22 years. We understand the telecommunicating thing because it's all we do. We work from our homes in 14 different states. So we're ready to go to help you market through this COVID crisis time. So how is this going to work? What is this? What are we doing? Because everything is changing so fast every single day or every single hour, almost every single minute. We're going to start offering this Facebook Live channel. Today, for this week, it'll be today and Friday. And then next week, it'll be Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time. And we may have guest speakers come in because we can have guests, or it might be myself, or it might be another Beyond Indigo team member who has knowledge and information. It is going to be broken into 3 different parts. So the first part is going to be news, which we'll get to, and that'll be like news today, either in marketing or something you need to know that will affect your business. The second will be a tip for the day. So on the rolling bar beneath me, you can see today's tip is all going to be about communication. And then the third part of our little broadcast here, which by the way is only going to be 10 to 15 minutes, this is just brief, will be marketing to self segment, because that's really self-care, but we do a lot of marketing to ourselves and make us believe things, and maybe some tips and tricks on how we get through that as well. Our goal is to give you something that's tangible or usable every single day of our broadcast. Either way, we'll give you information to use, or we will put it up on our COVID-19 page at beyondindigopets.com that you can use free of charge. Again, we're here to help you get through this, and we all need to pull together to make this all work. If you have questions along the way, you can certainly put it in chat where we can look at it and get you any comments back and forth. Also, this will be recorded. You can see it at a later date and time as a post on Facebook, or also we will be uploading this to our YouTube channel. So this is going to be kind of how it works. We hope you tune in with us if you can. Like I said, this week is today. Tomorrow we have a webinar with VetSource, and they're going to talk about home delivery and food delivery if you have questions. So please join and sign up for that. And then Friday we will be back with Facebook Live. Next week will be Monday through Noah. No. So the news today that we're going to go into is twofold. There's 2 pieces of information. One is right now, we're going to share this tab, Will. Will's my producer. That we have a stimulus bill that is going to be taking place as of today, hopefully. And in it is going to be a small business provision that we all need to keep an eye on as small and medium-sized businesses. Of course, the document's 1,100 pages, so the details will be in the fine print. But the idea, the overarching idea, is that the stimulus plan will help pay payroll to keep our employees employed within the practices. And it will be a forgivable loan, meaning that if you go out of business, that you don't have to pay it back. So that's my hot tip today, to kind of keep an eye on that for business owners in the room, and to talk to your accountants about what that actually means for your business. There's also a Social Security relief provision in there as well, and hopefully they'll have that up. I know also state by state they're having some relief funds. I'm in Minnesota. Our state is also putting up an employee relief fund to help pay employees during this time. So that's one hot tip. The second hot tip that we have going here is on the marketing side. We'll pull that up here. And the marketing side is Google's getting overwhelmed. Google is having troubles with Google My Business and keeping up. So if you're trying to change your Google My Business, which you should be, then you need to take a look at this because they're changing some things, they're removing some things. We can put this link in our chat as well, but Google is saying that some reviews are going to be on hold. Q&A is going to be on hold. We may or may not be seeing changes in Google Posts. But the key thing is, as much as possible, you need to keep your Google My Business up to date because Google's using that information to communicate with your current and future pet owners if you are in business, if you're closed, if you have reduced hours, what services you are offering. And of course, that changes per state if you're in a lockdown area or not lockdown area, and what is considered an essential service and not an essential service, which brings us to our next topic, which is the tip of the day. So the tip of the day is communicating. What we're seeing here at Beyond Indigo is a lot of communication trying to happen in a short amount of time. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And what we're seeing is people aren't assimilating the communication that's happening because they're freaked out. And people who are panicked don't always hear what they're being told. So you need to tell them over and over and over and over again in multiple forms in different communication styles. So that means you need to be communicating on all your social media, on Google My Business, on your front door, on your phone on hold messages, in emails, in newsletter blasts. And if you can be consistent in your messaging, it will be the best. So I have a story to tell you that happened to one of our own staff members in one of our 14 states, so not to pick out any state or any clinic in specifics, but this staff member has a beautiful cat who she was worried about, who had a lump, and it was one of those cats that doesn't go in a car easily, so she had to be drugged to be put in the carrier to get to the vet. So we all know kind of how this goes with these type of cats. To arrive at the veterinary hospital, and the veterinary hospital had not communicated that they were not open that morning and were only taking visits that afternoon. And said, well, she's more than welcome to come back in the afternoon, but then they'd have to redo the whole process again, and the cat wasn't reacting well to the meds to get her to the veterinary hospital. Well, it was a very hard time for the staff member to go through this experience on top of a really stressful time that we're all experiencing, whereas in a phone call would have eliminated all this extra stress that she had to go through over her beloved animal. So the question is what to do. Well, our tip today is you need to create memes, where hopefully we'll put some of these up on our own COVID page as well for you to use free of charge. Basically saying, if you're in a lockdown area, we're essential, we're open, here's how to contact us. Simple, concise messaging, easy to read, and you guys might all have preferences, so tell us that. You may say, call us first, and then we now have telehealth. We'll tell you how to get on telehealth. We'll tell you the next steps. So that's per your preferences as a hospital, but be clear and concise. So make graphics today, put them up on social media. Send that same information to everyone, to your newsletter blast. Text the information, email the information. Tell people, and then continue to do that every day as information change. If you're not in lockdown, tell people what you can do. Maybe you're doing curbside pickup. What are your rules? Tomorrow you go into lockdown. Now let everybody know you're in lockdown. You'll probably get tired of saying it, but your pet owners will be grateful for hearing it. So that is our tip today. The last piece of our marketing today is marketing for self. And again, this piece is about self-care. in the messages we talk to ourselves. So moving forward in future broadcasts, I will have a tip today for messages to give yourself to help get through this time. But today the tip is to start being self-aware of what you're telling yourself, because really the only person we can control is ourselves. And sometimes we're not the nicest people to ourselves. Sometimes we're actually kind of crabby and mean. So look at your own messaging that you have yourself. Maybe even start jotting down a little journal today on your phone in the notes function about what you're saying to yourself. Are you being positive and encouraging and empowering to yourself? Or are you giving marketing messages to yourself that are negative and defeating? So that's your tip for the day. So again, communicate, over-communicate, can't communicate enough. Keep it simple, keep it clear, keep it concise. Please go check your Google My Business almost every day right now. Google is changing too. Google has sent staff home. Google is trying to manage this, but Google is struggling as well. So Google is expecting us humans to watch that behavior. And then again, be kind to yourself today. Do one nice thing to yourself. Watch your self-messaging and marketing to self-messages. And that's it. That's today's broadcast. We will see you hopefully tomorrow. We will put a link up in our comments and on our Facebook page for you to sign up for our VetSource med delivery and home delivery conversation. Please bring your questions about it, how it works, how it sets up, where are your snags, what are you seeing? Bring all those questions tomorrow. We will have people who know the answers be here. And then join me back here on Friday at noon for our next topic of the day, because things are changing rapidly and we are here to partner with you through this storm. So thank you very much, and we will be talking soon. Bye.